come here. Do you want to know my deepest, darkest, spiciest secrets? My favorite places to do the deed? In the comfort of my own home, with the blinds closed. And by do the deed, I mean play Cruelty Squad. Y'all think I'm having sex? I don't even know the meaning of the word. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a side of the internet that has a bad reputation and asking ourselves, does it deserve it? My video on Book Talk did really well, and this is a similar area that's quite spicy, and where a lot of the commentary people who have covered it so far kind of just shame people without nuance. And here on my channel, we don't do that. We shame people with nuance. And there's a lot of nuance to being a freak. I've spent much of my adult life cultivating my freakish abilities. And while Book Talk was and is especially egregious, because the smut romanticizing abusive relationships masqueraded as young adult fiction or was being marketed directly to children, most of the stuff other creators make fun of in this niche is just adults making adult content to be consumed by other adults. Let's see if we can't also learn, grow, and gain some knowledge together. After all, we're all adults here. Best places to have public sex without getting caught. That's a thing, right? Being an exhibitionist. It's kind of funny since I'm planning on defending a lot of elements of these types of videos, but one of the things that I planned on taking issue with was the whole concept of kink in public spaces, specifically when you're around other people, because consent doesn't just go both ways, it goes all the ways. I consent. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? Like all the fucking people in this mall, in a public restroom, in a car, at an uncompleted or abandoned building? What the hell? I mean, there's no people there, but the black mold and brain-eating amoeba might have something to say about your lungs and, well, obviously your brain. What else we've got? In an elevator. I say that if you can do the deed in the time it takes for an elevator to go from one floor to another, then you're a national hero. On a rooftop. In the mouth of an eldritch beast? This one I think has real merit as a sexy sex time location. Just all the squishing around down there. It sounds great, and this bit has been going on for too long. Moving on. Normal girls, I like being choked. Me with my forced breeding kink. I know this says forced breeding, but I find it really funny just how much emphasis is placed on having conventional, unprotected sex as kink. I know I'm really oversimplifying it, but even just a couple hundred years ago, there wasn't many other widely known or available options. Would you like to have sex with me? You're gonna put your you-know-what in my you-know-where? So kinky. I also know the breeding kink generally has nothing to do with actually getting pregnant. It's just the way that it's described is so unintentionally funny to me. Also, look at the way this idea is framed. It's not just, I like this thing, it's other girls are dumb because they like being choked. Not me though. I'm not vanilla. Gross. Being vanilla is okay. Why is everything a competition now? Wow, I sure do love apples. You silly dum-dum. I love eating apples 1,000,000 times more than you. That's why I'm going to eat 1,000,000 apples. No! Oh my god, he's eating 1,000,000 apples! No! Seriously though, as someone who's been involved in various kink communities on the internet for the past multiple years, can we stop shaming people who have vanilla interests? It's getting incredibly annoying. No one thinks you're special because you like getting handcuffed, unless of course you're a robber, because then it's a win-win. If you escape, you get lots of money because you robbed something, but if you get caught, then you'll probably start moaning because you like being in handcuffs. And I think that's pretty special. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go fill out an application to become a robber.
My partner's sneaking up behind me and dragging a knife up my back. What? No. No!
Have you heard of a fucking diary? I know. I just had a super explicit sexual experience. That was fun. Now what? Time to tell TikTok. When they think they're safe because we're at a family function, and he taps his shoulder and drags her away. Imagine you're at a family gathering and you see your weird uncle like winking and making little hand symbols to his girlfriend, and you're left there standing talking about football or Marvel or whatever it is you normies talk about as you can hear the creaking coming from inside. I'm sure that's just an animal.
What is the cause of your kinks? This should be interesting. It's curiosity? No, it's trauma. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna be straight with you, something I don't often do, but I hate this narrative. The idea that enjoyment of alternative or spicy stuff is inherently rooted in trauma is reductive and harmful and stupid. Maybe I just want to be electrocuted or tied up and kidnapped or slowly digested alive inside of the Sarlacc monster from Star Wars. That doesn't mean I have a tragic backstory. I mean, I do, but that's purely anecdotal. To be serious, scientifically speaking, and just from my own experience, there are many, many cases where trauma is the thing that kind of informs or forms your kinks. I just don't think that it should be assumed as the default reasoning. I think there are a lot of people who are just into stuff that they find interesting, and it has nothing to do with trauma. That's just a theory, though. A kink theory. Dressing room now. No, this is just book talk again. I can't do this. I can't go back.
Hey, Mommy, can you pass me the salt, please? Here you go, baby. What the
Freud would like a word. Imagine actually calling your partner mommy or daddy in front of your parents, though. Like, honestly, what a power move. You've been fucking replaced. Now we've set the stage for exhibitionism, the kink where you like showing off or being shown off. Just kidding, quite the opposite, really. I want to discuss public spaces and how comfortable people online, especially the influencer types, have gotten with taking explicit activity out of the bedroom and into, let's just say, pulling a random example from a hat, Home Depot. Doxy Carter recently made a video on Kinktok, and she showcases a creator who's a big part of why I've been wanting to make this video for a while. This is Eve Iris. Let's take a gander at some of her content.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So it's Valentine's Day. I'm looking for a housewife in the kitchen section. Do you happen to know if any belong in there?
I don't know, you tell me. Hold the camera. Okay, that's my neck.
Oh.
Okay, not even going to comment on the looking for a housewife who belongs in the kitchen thing, but then he grabs her neck and I'm just left here thinking, why? Why are we doing this? In the store? That looks like Home Depot, and just because it has home in the name doesn't mean you can fuck in the beds.
So I was actually thinking about...
About what, princess?
Well, now I can't think.
Oh no.
Thinking about what, princess? How cool 4chan is? Or how happy you are to know the greatest Discord modder on earth? They're not even in one of the aisles of Walmart. He's grabbing her by the throat in the big fucking open exposed part. Okay, phone down for a second. Quick story. When I was a kid, we were parked outside of a Target and my parents left me and my sister in the car while they went in. A couple came outside and right next to our car, this girl starts grinding on this dude and they start, passionately making out. This was years ago, and I still pretty vividly remember it. There's nothing wrong with being an openly sexual person, but consent is the minimum consideration, and that includes everyone. There were even worse TikToks of people getting freaky in public, but I feel kind of weird showing them in a YouTube video. You're just gonna have to take my word for it, and honestly, if you're watching this video, you've probably already seen similar stuff. It's borderline harassing strangers to do this too. Like, come on, I know this side of the community can do better than this, and also I implore people to realize that this side of the community is not representative of 99% of it. So much of BDSM culture revolves around consent and boundaries and establishing trust and understanding the other person or people on a very deep level, and I can't help but expect more than this. I'm not angry with you, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I lost over 300 pounds, and here are some things at the grocery store that I would not buy. Fruity Pebbles substrate. This is actually for animals and probably not the best to eat, even though it looks pretty good.
I've got an idea.
What?
We should get this.
Why?
I think you know why.
We don't have an animal.
No, but you can be my small pet.
Anyways, moving on.
Why does she specifically have to be a small pet? Also, does she need help? Like, seriously, she looks almost vaguely uncomfortable in this video. And then when he points at her and starts like advancing on her with his hand to do that thing again, and she's like backing away. I don't know if it made her uncomfortable, but it made me uncomfortable watching it. And they're just publicly in the aisles of a store, and I need eye bleach. I can't believe I snuck my fun stick through security. I honestly have no idea how you accomplish that either. The last time I tried to ride on a plane, they practically groped me trying to pat me down to find bombs or whatever. I just have to get it out of my purse and take off. Imagine a dude getting on a plane and just whipping his dick out and jacking off in front of everyone. Jesus Christ. Maybe let's not masturbate next to the child who's been screaming for an hour and a half now, or the poor elderly man who's trying really hard to read his favorite romance novel, Pride and Prejudice, in the next seat over. In the same vein here, we have someone using a remote-controlled vibration device on their partner while they're both out and about getting groceries. Okay, I think that's about as much as I can take.
No, take it deeper. Good job. Keep going.
No.
Keep
No!
going.
You've got to help me. Don't subscribe. Don't even watch this video. Go back in time and unwatch the video, okay? I don't know how you're gonna do it. You're gonna figure it out. Please, for the love of all that is holy, if this video does well, I'm gonna have to do this again. Do you want to subject me to this torture? My innocence is a finite concept. Don't make me come back and have to make more sex show. Come back like back shots. No, you see? This is what they want. This is all the work of Dark Reunion. Dark Reunion's trying to destroy my innocence.